Episode 4 In Person versus Online. There are millions of different businesses you could create: landscaping, fitness coaching, plumbing, copywriting, etc. But when you're making the decision on what business you'll make, should it be online or physical business? To answer this, we need to ask a few questions. Question number 1: what are your passions? The reason I'm putting this one first is not because it's the most important. The opposite, actually. If you can find something that you are passionate about for your first business, then that's awesome. But I've seen many people try to build a business that way and fail. And there are a few reasons for that. They prioritize the passion over the skills and opportunities they already have been blessed with, missing out on a lot of lessons and personal gain along the way. Another reason is that it becomes a passion project instead of a business, where you pour your money and time into it without any thought of the returns. I'm not telling you to never chase your passions. I think many great businesses have been built on them. But I do think that if the cards you were dealt don't allow you to chase the passion easily, you should wait for the next hand and focus on obtaining resources and knowledge that make it easier later on. So the reason I ask what your passion is because I think it's an important thing to know, so you avoid the trap of passion projects, but also so you have another goal set for yourself. Become successful enough to chase them freely. Question number 2: what are your skills? Knowing the skills you are already blessed with can be a great way to decide what kind of business you should get into. My father instilled in me the skill of hard work, honesty, and how to build connections. I also already knew how to use most of the tools required to do landscaping, which isn't a crazy skill to obtain, and that's the point. You already have skills and talents that you have obtained through your life that you're not even aware are valuable. But the thing is that even the most basic skills can be traded, even if it's simply for convenience. So don't go into this thinking you have to acquire some super valuable skill before you start. My ability to sell is an extremely valuable skill, but it is one that I obtained while running my business, not before. One thing you need to keep telling yourself is that you already have the product for your first business. You just need to decide what skill you will sell and then start. Question 3: what does your industry need? Many industries can cross between online and in person, probably more than you think. So if you already have an industry in mind but don't know how to approach it, ask yourself that question. What does this industry need? If you are taking this seriously, then you've probably already done some research or have past experience in this industry. So the answer should pop out at you. There are a lot of landscapers where I live, so standing out can be hard. But one problem is that everything grows so fast around here, to the point that you have to call a landscaper every few times a month. This can be annoying and pricey. So to me, this meant there was something missing in that industry. A hole I could fill. Monthly subscriptions. A landscaping subscription plan that would be cheaper in the long run by paying monthly and easy for the customers since they only had to set it up once. Once you find the hole in your market, you can then find ways to fill it. This often will answer all the questions you have on what to do, how to do it, and whether it should be online or in person. Question 4: what opportunities are available right now? If you watched episode 1 of this series, then you'll remember I talked about how your first business does not have to be the business you're in forever. That's why in the beginning, it's important to look at the opportunities you have. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't really like construction. It's not that it's hard or anything like that. It's just not where I'm passionate. But I had a lot of opportunities that made it easy to get into and excel in that field. So I took it. Not because it's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, but because, like you, I need money. So don't be afraid to jump into something you're not passionate about if the opportunities line up. It may not be fun, but it can sustain you so that you can find and fund what you really want to do later on. After answering those 4 questions and thinking for a moment, You should have a better idea of what business you want to start. It can be overwhelming at times, but by narrowing your line of sight and focusing on what you can do right now, I think it becomes easier. It is so easy to see all these influencers and think that the only way to make money is online. And it is true that we live in an online age. But take a look at some of the richest people in the world. Most of them work with physical products. And that isn't to discourage you from online businesses. There is a market for it, and the world is moving in that direction. But don't focus so much on what all these influencers are saying that you never take a moment to assess your own skills and opportunities that are right in front of you.